All right, so this video is in defense of the children. The ones that parents keep complaining about, saying that they're lazy, they don't clean up, they don't cook for themselves, they're disrespectful. We must understand that children are a product of what we instill in them. They are a product of those who guide them. So if those who are instilling these principles in them are causing these children to react this way, then you must look at yourself and what is manifested in you. Because a child is a child, and it only soaks up what the person who's guiding them is giving them. It only soaks up what the person that's guiding them is showing them. So if your child is nasty, disrespectful, lazy, then you must look at the person that they are in an image and likeness of. We find ourselves too often pointing the finger at things that come from us, not knowing that the things that come from us is us. And this is where we have to stop. This is where we have to pump the brakes and stop giving more energy and attention to people that we call friends than our children. I've had 11 cases where parents will victimize themselves for things that the children do, not knowing that the children are the true victims in this picture. The children are the true victims, not you. If you got enough energy to go out with so-called friends to worry about their problems, and you got problems in your own home, then your children is not the problem. You are the problem. And I suggest that you sacrifice your selfishness of being around people who manipulate you into thinking that you can be better by being around them, when in actuality, they are just sucking your energy that you can utilize, and to invest in children who are silently crying out for your help when you are down in them. You're not supposed to down children. A child is a product of the parent. Whatever you introduce into your home, your unit, to these children, this is what they're going to play out. And on top of that, they're going to manifest the seed that you plant in them. And you can't get mad later on when you say that this little boy who did not get your attention grow up, and another woman meet him and say that he's a no good man because you raised him. And to fathers, you need to get in your child's life. Get out of the studio, 20-something years old, 30-something years old. The rapping shit is not where it's at, brother. Your child needs you. You can't give your children anything rapping in a studio at the age of 20. This is real life we're dealing with. You're going to be leaving them behind with what? What investment can you give your child laying around playing PlayStation all day? Or freestyling with other grown men? This is not where it's at. Adopt something that you can give to your child that will create a self-preserving element for them to be able to survive in the world, because this world is getting worse. It's not getting better. You need to teach your children, your little boys, how to navigate through life. You need to be teaching your little girls through your example what a real man is supposed to be like. She's going to grow up and think that a real man is somebody that's supposed to be 20 years old rapping in a studio. And this is all she knows. Mothers, stop looking at your friends as counselors. When your friend is going through worse than you, how can a friend who don't have nothing give you something? The math ain't mathing. Your children comes first, not your so-called friends. People who are leeching off of you, draining you of your energy that you could be giving to your child. And you sit around and you scream at your child and disrespect your child and call them all types of names. But you give more respect to some so-called friends who are using you and taking your energy from you that you could be giving to your children. Building with them a better life. Taking them to museums. Buying math books. If you hate math, challenge yourself to say, I'm going to do math for 6 months. I'm going to make myself love something that I hate, because that'll be a sacrifice to give my child something that will benefit them later on in life. Business essentials. Buy some business essential books. Put it around the house. Sit down just like you do when you play Monopoly. And everybody read from the book of business. Talk about business with your children. Talk about the importance of principles with your children. Stop going out eating food that's killing you, causing you to mentally become something that you're not. You eating animals and wonder why you acting like the thing that you are eating. At least the animal don't leave his child or the children or their babies in nature to fend for themselves while they run around with other animals. Even they got enough sense not to do that. So maybe I should just give credit to the animals. We act worse than animals. They get more respect for their cubs, their children, their babies. Until your child grows up and is out of the nest and can properly guide himself through his own principles or her principles and navigate through life properly, you shouldn't be running around here trying to find some expectation of some type of advice from people who can't even give themselves advice. It's food for thought. Peace.